Hi everybody, it is me again uploading another video. For those that don't know who I am Sherry with I Love to Giggle Too. And for those that have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Just go ahead and click like on the video and also share the video if you want to. And click the bell for notifications so you will get notified, y'all, when we are posting a new video. Y'all, I am super excited today. I got a TV show that I have been watching. Y'all, look at this queen right here. You know why? Trap queen. Honey, listen, I'm kind of late to the game because I think this TV show has already been out for maybe since last year, maybe August or something of last year of 2020. And it is called American Gangster Trap Queens. So it's all these women that do sell drugs, they boost, they are queen pins and all of this different stuff. So I don't have cable, I just like stream my stuff, but I kept hearing about trap queens and I kept seeing like little commercials for it. So I'm like, okay, well let me go ahead and sign up for BET Plus. So it's on BET Plus. You get a 7-day free trial, and after that I think it's like $9.99 a month. So I'm gonna watch up as much stuff as I can on there, and then I'll cut it off, y'all, because I ain't paying $10, because that's the only thing on there that I really want to see. So I got my queen in here, y'all, and let me tell you something. If your money is funny, do not watch Trap Queen. Don't. I'm ready to risk it all. I'm trying to get my little crew together so I can go out here and do my cartel thing, y'all. It is so, do not watch it because the amount of money that these women are making is ridiculous. It's crazy, y'all. It's beyond crazy. But this is the one that I wanted to talk about today. So this one is on, they have 2 seasons, it's season 1, season 2. So on season 2, there is a woman, her name is Tiffany Rose. Tiffany Rose, I forgot what, a peak or something like that, but it's Tiffany Rose. So this is the one, y'all. Let me sip, honey. It's about the show, but it's what I found out after. Sips tea. Okay, so here we go. So Tiffany Rose, she had, whoa. Let me think about the whole show. She was a booster. But she was a booster for like high-end stuff, right? And so she would go to like, she started out as a teenager working at a department store because she needed some money or whatever. And she had a baby at a young age, y'all. So, but you got to watch the show, y'all. I'm going to tell you bits and pieces of it. Oh my God. So she worked at this department store. And so what she started doing was hooking her friends up with clothes, as well as hooking herself up with clothes. So she would ring up a few items that her friends would buy or whatever, and then stick the rest of the items in their bag for free. But as time went on, she started doing too much of it. So she was doing so much of it that it was like thousands of dollars coming up missing on their loss prevention end. And what got her caught was the fact that she gonna come to work, y'all, with the outfits on. Girl, she gonna come. Don't let me say girl, because it's guys that subscribe too, but listen, she came to work with the outfits on. So she got fired. So she had like this little blazer on. So she threw the blazer at the manager or whatever and walked out. So by and by time goes on, she decides to start boosting. So she starts stealing from the different stores, and she learned that you can steal from different stores and then take the stuff back and get a credit for it. So she would take it back and get like a store credit for it, or a couple of times they gave her like the cash back. Now imagine she had a young baby, she was hustling, she needed to make some money. So she started stealing more, and then would take it to a different department store, you know, within the same chain and get the money back for it. So one particular day she's in the store and she's stealing. Now let me rewind back. This is one thing that she learned. She watched a movie that had Kerry Washington in it. So you guys may or may not know Kerry Washington. She played in Scandal, she played in Lakeview Terrace. Great actress. But it's a movie called Lift. And what Kerry Washington was doing in the movie, she made sure she dressed the part. So when she would go in these high-end stores, she looked high-end. So nobody would look like she had money. So nobody would ever question that she was stealing. So if she walked out the door and the bag, you know how the thing ding when you have a tag on there, they were like, oh no, you're fine, you're totally fine, because you're wearing Gucci and you're in a Gucci store, so I know you're not stealing Gucci. So she decided to learn, the woman, Tiffany, started learning how to play the part. So she would change her hair up. She would wear these fly outfits. She would make sure she had certain bags, you know, like maybe a Fendi bag or a Versace bag or something like that going into the store, so nobody would ever suspect that this woman is stealing, because you already got what we selling. Right. So one day she's in the store and she's stealing, and this was not a high-end store. This was something like maybe Sears or something like that. But she saw this woman come up, and the lady had registered for a wedding. And you know how you register for a wedding, they give you the gifts at the bridal shower thing. The lady was bringing some things back, but because she was registered with them, they didn't ask for no receipt, and they completely gave her the money back for the stuff. So she said, oh, this is what I'm about to do. So she takes herself to a store, register at a wedding, and started scanning. They let you go through the store and scan what it is that you want the people to buy for you. So she was scanning Vera Wang stuff, crystals and crystal vases and all this different stuff. Then she would come back to the store, y'all, steal what she put on the registry, take it back to the store, not the same store or a different store, and say, hey, I got this, but I don't need it. Y'all, they was giving her the money. They was giving her like $1,500 in cash. So she ran that scheme for a while. Then she ended up getting pregnant. And so she started scheming while she was pregnant, y'all. So now she's going to register for the baby registry. Let me sit myself. She was registered for a baby registry. So then she would go and steal the baby items and then bring it back, cribs, whatever, and make the money. Now, mind you, her first little daughter was growing up. She's probably about 8 or 9. Y'all, she started taking her daughter with her while she was stealing. So now she's not at the high-end store. She's more like at Sears. But back in the day, Sears and JCPenney, when I was coming up, was popping. Middle-class black folks, you had good credit and was somebody if you could shop at JCPenney. That was at Marshall Fields and all of that. So she started going to Sears, and she found out that if you buy a big ticket item, like say a mixing machine or something like that, that they will put this little ticket, like a little barcode, after they scan it on the back of the box, because they probably didn't have a bag for it, so you can get out the door, and that means you paid for it. So she told her daughter, y'all, you see them little stickers over there on that desk? Go get them stickers. So the daughter was like, okay. So she went and got a roll of the stickers. So she goes through the store, y'all, putting stickers on all the stuff that she about to steal. So she got away with it, and then she took it back to another Sears, got the money. Lo and behold, one day she got busted. She got caught. So they took her to jail. She got it for child endangerment. She did a little bit of time, or she may have got probation. I don't know what her sentence was on that one. She got out. Y'all, this woman then learned that you could get, if you had a receipt, and at the bottom of the receipt, it says cash. You know, at the bottom it'll say credit or cash. If it said cash, then you could get cash back, because she wanted cash. She didn't want no store credit. So she started manipulating store receipts. So she would get a receipt from wherever she would get it from. She would lick her finger, rub it, and, you know, crumple it up and rub it, because most time when it's all crumpled up, they're not going to be able to see nothing. They just scan the bottom of it, and then it comes up what you paid or what you're trying to get back. So she would do all of this. She was taking pieces of tape and lifting the ink off the receipt to make it look all distorted so they really couldn't read it or whatever. She started making money that way. This woman was all over the place. She was boosting. But one thing, this is a side note. One thing that I learned about her when I was watching her, she was too excited talking about it. Now, other women that I watched that did their crimes and stuff, they had a ting of remorse. They talked about their heydays, but you could tell it was something different that she was sorrowful, that they were sorrowful. She was a little too hyped for me. And I just put that in the back of my mind, like, she's a little bit too hyped. Is she really, not doing this anymore? Remember this part, y'all. Remember, we're on 10 minutes and remember this part. Put that in your back pocket. So she ended up, after that, her daughter was going to the prom. And so she spent like all this money on her daughter going to the prom. Her daughter was excited about going to the prom. And so she said, I just got to run to the store for something. I got to run to the mall. And so her and her daughter went to the mall before the prom, some hours before the prom. She goes inside of Burberry and steals 2 Burberry shirts because she's trying to finish. She needed more money to help her daughter with the prom, which her daughter didn't care about all that lavish stuff. So she ended up walking out of the Burberry store, got 2 shirts, and handed her daughter a bag, and loss prevention got her. And so this is what she would do. She had a purse, and if like loss prevention would run up on, she was like, you better quit because you better back up off me because I got a gun. So she would hold her purse up, but you would never see the gun. So she did that to the loss prevention guy. He wasn't on it. I don't see no gun, I'm gonna wrestle you down. He wrestled her down. So that's what made her get a whole lot of time, because now it's considered armed robbery because you mentioned that you had a gun, even though she didn't have a gun, y'all. So by and by, the end of the show comes, you guys, and she decides, I'm on the straight and narrow. I'm not doing those things no more. And I have a company, and it's called Tiffany Rose Collection, and I'm making my money, and I'm doing it the legitimate way. Sounds good, doesn't it? So, after the show was over, my nosy self, I want to go to Tiffany Rose Collection. Because let me tell you one thing about this lady. Oh, she was dressed to the nines, honey. She had some bad outfits on in the show, and then they were showing still pictures of her. So I got a couple of still pictures of her. Still pictures, see them? Okay. She was shy. So I'm like, okay then. Now, mind you, when you're on Facebook and you're looking at different boutiques and stuff, sometimes you have this thing and it rolls past and it's all these different boutiques. You'll see Shein, you'll see Fashion Nova, you'll see some. So she had this one little dress on that I was like, I seen that on somebody else's website. So I'm like, okay, this woman, she was sharp. She was clean, honey, hair whipped up. She was sharp. And then she had got cancer, so that's what kind of made her stop too. So, you have your life, sometimes sickness, put you on your back, make you think about some things, get yourself together. So she decided to get a new website, a new thing where she's selling clothes called Tiffany Rose, because she was always into style. And then on film, she was showing herself fulfilling an order. Somebody clothes, wrapping it up, putting a card in there, and she stood in front of her little poster, Tiffany Rose Collection. So I said, well, let me go look and see what her Tiffany Rose collection. Now, I wasn't going to buy anything. I just wanted to see what clothes she had and see if the clothes that she had in the video was the ones that she was selling on her website. So when I bring it up, the first thing that comes up, y'all, was not her website, but BBB.org, Better Business Bureau. And they was like, this company is not registered with Better Business Bureau, but people have reported to the Better Business Bureau. And so I'm reading the reviews. I got reviews, y'all. Reviews. Scrolls and scrolls of reviews of people that never got their order when they ordered from her. Child, let me sip my tea. Let me sip my water. Never got their stuff. Soon as you will order, you go on there, you're going to see it. Soon as you will order, you will get a USPS tracking number. Now, mind you, I've sold, y'all know, for those that have purchased, hold on, let me show you. I done sold my little mugs before. For those that purchased, thank you very much. I done sold little candles before. And so I have an account with USPS, And if I decide I don't want to stand in that line to drop off X amount of coffee mugs or candles or whatever, you can print up your label at home. It gives you your tracking number, and then you pay for it with your debit card that you had on their system. So everybody, y'all think I'm lying, go out there and look. Everybody on there got a tracking number. Everybody that ordered from her got a tracking number, but nobody never got their clothes. And I'm not talking about these clothes were cheap. I'm talking about for the average working person. One dress was $183, another dress was $119, another one was, $89, or this one was $200 something and $98, because I'm looking on the website. So these people, after the show aired, because everybody felt she was rehabilitated, and then who wouldn't want to work somebody, support somebody that's trying to make their life better and be on the up and up, then I'm going to go to her. So she put the plug in there for her company, and people flocked to the website and started buying her clothes because her clothes is nice. Honey, not one person out of those reviews ever got their clothes, but all of them got a tracking number. You know why? Because you can print out the tracking number, but you never took the clothes to the post office. So when you take the clothes to, or whatever your package is, to the post office, they gonna scan your package. And then that's when you're going to get the notification, your package is in Greenfield, Indiana. And then it'll say departing this site, going to y'all know how tracking works. They never got anything but the initial tracking number. And I'm talking about orders, y'all, and reviews that was dated back to August of last year. So everybody that left a review is disputing with their banks the money that they paid her and never got. I would fancy to say somebody done found a new way to trap. Somebody has found a new way to trap and get over on people. Okay. Now, I'm all for rehabilitation. I'm all for people getting themselves together. I've done some things in the past as well as everybody got a past. But this right here, now this is my feeling. I feel two different types of ways. So tell me how y'all really feel about this. Okay, so this is how I feel, y'all. On one side, I feel there's nothing wrong with supporting somebody that's trying to get themselves back together. There's a lot of felons, there's a lot of murderers, there's a lot of people that come out, they turn their lives around and they get themselves together. And you go and you support them, they may be selling, whatever they may be doing, you support them because you can change. I'm a changed person. You can change. This Sherry you see now is not the oh baby, is not the Sherry from back in the day. If I told you some things I did back in the day, you'd be like, what? Yes, honey, it's not the same Sherry. You can't rehabilitate. But do I really want to put my debit card number in a system or on a website with somebody that's known for scamming with numbers? If you used to be a thief and you on TV telling everybody you was a thief, would I really want to invest my money because now you decide to be a broker or something? Would I really want to do that? It's like, if a person used to be a child predator, I'm going there, y'all. I'm going there. And they rehabilitated, they stopped it, would I really want to put my child in your daycare center? So I'm cautious, this is me, on who I support. But does that make me judgmental? Does that make me where I don't really feel you're rehabilitated? The only reason why I feel like that toward her is because she just was a little bit too excited for me talking about it. And it made me feel like, are you really rehabilitated? Because I didn't really feel the remorse like I seen in some other ones. Now on the flip side, I find it crazy that people, because you see somebody on TV and you just go all out to support, but you have local boutiques. And I'm speaking from this on a personal manner because I know some people with some boutiques. I know several people, some in the city, some outside the city, that have boutiques and they struggling. But people are quick to support some unknown person on television that used to be trapping, but you got a boutique right here in your city that's struggling, and you ain't busting down their doors. Like, y'all, this the other side of Sherry. This past the giggles. So I find that ironic. And one thing about ordering online, for me personally, and maybe for you too, for me personally, is I need to know the quality of your stuff. So it look good in pictures, but I'm not gonna drop $150, $180, $193 with an unknown boutique based off a picture, because I don't know where you got that picture from. And I don't know the quality of your stuff. Now, it's different if I drop it and you're in the city and I can touch the material, I can see the material. So I do the reviews, I do the research when it's a new company. Because I've got some things from Shein. Shout out to Shein. And I've got some things from Unique Couture. Shout out to Unique Couture with my girl Bree. UniqueCouture.com if you want to go there. But I'll ask her, she'll post something. She's in the city. She'll post something. And I say, do they have stretch to her? She'll be like, you got some stretch, and she'll show me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be down there this weekend. And I'm going to go down there and check the stretch on that material before I purchase it. I did reviews on Shein before I even mess with them. I heard everybody saying stuff, but I don't know how your stuff fit. And so I finally had someone that was in my family that purchased something, and they were, a larger person. And I'm like, okay, that fits you nice, and the material is good material. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go for it then. But I didn't do no whole 100-something. I did a couple of little items, that if I really, if it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, I wouldn't feel like I got jugged out of $100-something versus I just bought $30-something worth of items. That's my whole thing. So tell me how you really feel about that. I'm on one side here, but then it's that flip side that I was amazed that all of these people from different places saw some lady they never knew and just all out supported on every level, and she scammed I'm gonna say she scammed them. Cause ain't nobody, and it's even reviews all the way up to like August of this year. So this is recent stuff as well as that since you've been on there. Y'all go read the reviews for yourself. I ain't mad nothing. Trap queen, honey. So, I don't know, y'all, if I'm gonna risk it all. I really can't run. And when the feds come knocking down the door, I ain't trying to be... But it's just interesting to watch and see all this money flowing. You be like, oh God. You be like, this close to just risking it. This close. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Leave me your comments, y'all. I know this was kind of long, but this was a good one for me. Leave me your comments. Let me know. Y'all check out this show on BET Plus called American Gangster Trap Queen Season 1 and 2 if you have not watched it. Tiffany Rose is the one we talking about right about now, y'all. Hey, sis, listen. And there's some other ones on there as well. It's a great show. I've been binge watching it because I'm cutting it off. I ain't paying the money, y'all. Gonna do the 7-day trial and peace out on them. So once again, like and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications and share the video. Send somebody on over here. Y'all, I will see you guys on next time. Have a great weekend. Peace.